Good morning students. Today again we are here to perform an experiment on soil. Now this is our aim to determine the pH of soil sample from two different localities. This is the material required: soil samples, pH paper, distilled water, funnels, spatula, beaker and test tubes. Now this is the theory. Now you know that pH is very important for the proper growth of plant as well as to maintain the microbial population in a plant, and that is the reason why we are doing this experiment as such. Now this is our observation table. As you know, we have performed earlier experiment, we have performed experiments on sandy as well as loamy soil. So these are the two sand which we have taken in this experiment also, and this is the pH. Now let us introduce about the materials which are here in this. So you see 4 beakers are kept over here. In the 2 beaker some water is there present. Now these are 2 soil samples. One is sandy soil, other is loamy soil. This is the funnel. These are the test tube which we are going to use. Now this is the spatula. Now let us proceed with the experiment as such. You see here 2 beakers are there with the water, containing the water as such. Now let us add the soil in the 2 beakers as such. You see we are adding the soil in the beaker containing the water. Now we are using glass rod to stir the water. You know it is important to mix the soil. Now we are going to pour this soil solution with the help of invert funnel containing the filter paper into another beaker. You know this is a loamy soil, solution of the loamy soil. Again, this is a solution of sandy soil. We are going to filter it with the inverted funnel, and you can see the filter paper over it. Now as you can see, this is the loamy soil and this is the sandy soil. Now we are going to keep the loamy soil. You see, we are going to pour it in a test tube. Again, this is the sandy soil solution. We are going to pour in a test tube. So you can see here, this one is loamy soil and this one is sandy soil. This is the solution. Now let us find the pH in both the cases. This is the pH paper. You can see the pH paper and you can see the colors present in the strip, which indicates the pH as such. From one end you should hold the pH paper so that it may not affect the result, and then slightly you dip in the soil solution, that is the loamy soil. Dip it and then you need to dry it for about 3 to 4 minutes. You have to dry for about 3 to 4 minutes. And then finally after 3 to 4 minutes you will observe the color. Similarly, for a sandy soil solution, you dip the pH paper and then again keep it for 3-4 minutes, repeating the same process in both the soil solutions. This has to be kept for about 3 to 4 minutes. So now after 3-4 minutes we are going to observe the color which appears on the paper. I am keeping this here. One is for sandy soil, another is for loamy soil. And then we have to compare with the paper strip. See, these are the colors indicating the pH as such, and you can see the sandy soil is matching with the pH 8, somehow between 7 and 8. It is closer to 8 as such. In case of loamy soil, it is something around between 8 to 9 pH, closer to 9. So here we conclude that the sandy soil is having a pH of 8. So children, here we conclude that this sandy soil is having a pH of 8 and the loamy soil is having a pH of 9. So you need to be careful regarding preparation of the solution and measuring of the pH as such. That is the only precaution. This was one of the simplest experiment of the soil. I hope you like it. Thank you very much.